What's up, YouTube? Car King here. Just want to welcome you guys to my channel. This is a more of a geared towards competitive play for Car Vanguard. A little bit about me. I am an Aqua player. I started playing at the end of May, whenever the Aqua trial deck came out. Got that, and I've been with Aqua ever since. The only deck I have, the only deck I've ever had. Even though I play on Card Fight area, and I do test a bunch of other decks. But yeah, and about this channel, this channel's like I said, is geared towards competitive play. I'm gonna try to give updates to how people, what decks do at regionals and nationals, and for US and Oceania leagues. So that's like Japan and Singapore, places over there like that. Yeah, so that's what I want to do with this channel, and today I'm here to give you guys a deck profile on my Aqua deck and a locals report from now that I have some tournaments under my belt. Locals report from this past weekend compared to the other weekends. This build is 100% different from my past from this weekend's local and the previous one. So on with the deck profile. Okay, so here's my starter, Eric, Counterblast 1, Pushing the Soul, search top 5 for your GradeThree. GradeThree searchers, I think they're probably my personal favorite starting vanguards, just because you're able to get yourself ungrade stuck at 2, able to search out your cross-ride pieces, or just filter a GradeThree out of your deck so that you'll have more shielding and chances to hit triggers and whatnot is a little bit better. So that's pretty much why I run Eric. I also call him Kid Bison. So let's move on to the Grade Zeros. Alright, and here are my Grade Zeros. I run 8 crit triggers, 4 heals, and 4 draw. This, to me, I did this literally right after the tournament, because I do play the Maelstrom build, but this that build used stand triggers. I've been using stand triggers for the longest time, and honestly, stand triggers, as much as I do like them, and to me they are one of the best when your opponent's on 5 damage, triggers to hit. But the units in Aqua Force aren't strong like Nova Grapplers are. Like when they stand, they get +3. That's what Nova Grapplers do. Aqua Force is just you stand them, and based on the number of battles that you've had, they gain this effect. Like Valeria, she gains if she hits a Vanguard retire, but she's only 9k, and so most Vanguards just guard with a 5k shield, or no guard at all if you hit a trigger and can't hit. So I just went Chris because I want to be aggressive, rush my opponent as much as they can. Especially game 1, they think you run stand triggers, and you can really catch them off guard. And in tournament scenes, winning that first game is really, really good, really crucial, because it really puts you in an uplifting position that you don't have to fight back out of. So the crit build, I've been testing it out for about about 18 hours now. I'm actually really liking it. It's been really consistent. I don't have to worry about setting up columns like I do with the stand triggers. It's really paying off, and this is what I'm going to run for hopefully if I go to next Saturday's, or actually on Monday's, Vanguard tournament at Chibi Games. So that's my Grade Zeros going to Grade 1s. Alright, YouTube, here is my Grade 1 lineup. I run 1 Dorothea and 1 Light Signals Penguin Soldier. I'm actually about to switch out this Dorothea for Light Signals Penguin Soldier. Not sure yet, but on the 3rd battle, she becomes a 10k booster. For him, Lucky Bird Clone, you Soul Blast 2, and you draw 1. The draw power is really good because this deck does not have a lot of draw power, and Lord knows we need it. Onto the other Grade 1s, we got 4 8k boosters. one of the main targets I want to have behind my Vanguard or behind a rear guard, especially when it, I'll show you my GradeThree lineup for Benedict. AK boost was just solid. I run 4 damage and self-damagers. Here's the thing about this. This deck is a critical deck and is geared towards my quote-unquote avatar, Blue Storm Dragon Glory Maelstrom. Blue Storm Supreme Dragon Glory Maelstrom. I run 4 because I can put myself at early ultimate break, or if I have a regular Maelstrom comp, so I can put myself at early limit break and hopefully able to get that attack off. But not only that, but it does allow you to shuffle back any triggers that you have hit, so you can hit your triggers, like shuffle back those early heal triggers you hit. Perfect guards if you need it. And if you heal while you have more damage than your opponent, then that's even better because that's like healing twice. So this is a really good card. It's a decent 6K booster, and 4 has been working out pretty well for me. Really consistent. And 4 perfect guards. Plain and simple. If you don't have 4 perfect guards, you're gonna struggle mightily. Pretty much, you're not gonna do well in tournament. You might get 1 lucky win, but not enough. The way the game is, since Liberators and Eradicators have just come out, break rides are getting even bigger. Labrador right now is still the best break ride, especially because her own limit break ability gives her 10k and an extra critical, and filling up their field. So for break, you're going to need to have this in your hand for when your opponent does break ride, and you need to have 4. You want to see them early and often. Alright, on to the Grade 2. Alright, YouTube, here is my Grade 2 lineup. I run 2 Storm Rider Basil. I like Basil a lot. Now see, since the game is evolving into more 11k Vanguard bases, like at locals the other day, did not face a single 10k Vanguard, so his attack and switch was pretty much just a number attack. So his usefulness has really gone down. I didn't think it went down as much as it did, but his usefulness has really gone down, and so that's why I only run him at 2. So if I do run into a 10k Vanguard, I will get that free attack, and then he's an 8k base, so he's not that strong. But moving on, I have 2 Coral Assaults. Coral Assault is an 8k, but on the 3rd attack, he gains 3k, making him an 11k hitter, so he is able to hit 11k Vanguards and 11k rear guards. He's a really good unit on the 3rd battle, especially if you give trigger effects to him. It'll be 16k or more. So I just run him at 2 because that 8k base is very abusable. Next I have Tier Knight Valeria. She's a 9k. On her 4th battle, she gains the effect that she gets to retire a unit if she hits the Vanguard, and a lot of people just do not want her to hit. She forces an auto block. So if you're like me and want to get shielding out, that's going to happen with Valeria. And moving on, we have just regular 10k vanilla. What can you say? Best Grade 2 ride target. And really solid rear guard plus intercept because it's a Grade 2. So alright, moving on to Grade 3. Alright, YouTube, here is my Grade 3 lineup. I run 1 Water General of the Wave-like Spirals, Benedict, otherwise known as Pope Benedict. If he attacks the Vanguard, then he gets to stand again, but with minus 5,000 power. Now this is really good. I think I love him as a Grade 3 because you can put a booster behind him. A 5k booster will do fine. You attack with him. If they have a 10k Vanguard, then that's just a shield out of their hand, or damage. So you take that, stand him up again, -5, and then you can boost and attack any unit on their field. So that's why he's really versatile, especially if you put trigger effects, put trigger effects on him. Can be a really devastating card in the game. I run 4 Blue Storm Dragon Maelstroms. He was one of my favorite cards in the game. One of the best Vanguards, limit break ability. He gains the auto effect. On the 4th battle, he gains 5,000 power, and if he hits, then he gets to counterblast 1, draw 1, and retire a unit on your opponent's side of the field. Now, the ruling on him is if he hits, if you use his limit break and he hits and you do hit a heal trigger and heal, you still get the limit break effect because you met the condition of the limit break. So his ability just becomes an auto if it hits. So you still get to counterblast 1, draw 1, and retire 1. That's ruling. If you want to go look it up on the Bushiroad page, it's right over there for you. So yeah, I run him especially, mainly for the cross riding, 11k base, great Vanguard, and as I said, with the stand build, you needed for him to get his effect off, you do need to have an optimal field setup, in which a lot of opponents who know how to play against Aqua Force will try to exploit, and against Kagaros, against Narakamis, those are our biggest weaknesses for that stand trigger build, and they will get rid of our field, and then Maelstrom will just become an 11k vanilla, so to speak. So that's one of the main reasons why I switched to the crit build, because even though he's going to be a vanilla, I don't want to be hitting stand triggers and not forcing any extra pressure. I do want to hit crit triggers so that I'm able to finish out my opponent if I am going to be in that vanilla-like state. So yeah, and last but not least, probably my favorite card, Blue Storm Supreme Dragon Glory Maelstrom. He is the ultimate. He's a cross ride for a regular Maelstrom. His ultimate break ability is when you're at 5 damage, is you counterblast 1. When he attacks, he gains 5,000 power, and your opponent cannot normal call to the guard circle any grade 1 or higher units, which means that yes, they can still intercept you, but they cannot perfect guard you. They cannot use grade 1s or grade 2s to block your attack from their hand. So he ducks under perfect guards, and on 5 damage his ability is extremely devastating, and they're forcing them to use their 5k and 10k triggers, and that's just extra shielding out your hand, and depending on how you attack, you can use 1 row, you can force out a perfect guard or something out of 1 row, and then you can swing with him, and then any trigger effects, if they do have enough to block you, put it on something else so that they don't have anything else to block with. So this guy really gets under things and is a true game ender. So now on to the locals report. Alright guys, for my locals report, the past few locals I didn't really, it was pretty good. I topped 1 locals and I won another locals, but the other 3 just haven't been so well. But you know what? I think I'll make a locals report video for another video. This has been Cardfire King. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me any feedback on how my first video went, what I can do to improve it. I am recording from my Galaxy 3 phone. College student, can't really afford those cameras right now. So yeah, let me know how it is. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll check you out later. Peace.